Let's begin this section with what I call the sandwich technique. I'm sharing this because my beginning boundary setting attempts were disastrous. Learning this skill was crucial to my well-being. When establishing boundaries, the confrontation sandwich, or sandwich technique, can be a transformational tool helping us better understand disagreeing effectively. The sandwich technique breaks this concept down in 3 actionable steps. We need a slice of bread to make a sandwich, right? So the bread basically is symbolic for creating the invitation to have a conversation about the conflict or misunderstanding, or even difference in opinion. An example of this may look like sending an email, text, making a phone call, or actually going to the person directly and asking, "Hey, I've got something important I would like to talk with you about. Please let me know when it would be a good time for you to do that." If you're in close proximity to this person and you see them frequently, make sure you're not interrupting them if they seem preoccupied. Remember, we are inviting the discussion rather than putting them in defense mode and risking a hostile confrontation. If they decline the invitation at that moment, offer to talk at a later time or even at a different location. Safety around this step is important. Step 2, assuming we get a yes, we can get to the meat. This is where we want to really stay task-oriented. It is the meat of our conversation. So one thing, before we slap on the meat, so to speak, let's make sure that we tell that person we really value the relationship that we have with them and thank them for the willingness to talk about something that you feel is important. So for the meat section of our confrontation sandwich, let's go with an example that pretty much can be relative to all of us. And that is time, T-I-M-E. Time is a precious commodity. Boundaries can easily be violated when our time is not respected. Here's an example. You and a friend agree to meet to leave for a trip at noon. By 12:30, your friend, who is often late, has not arrived. You find yourself frustrated and annoyed that once again, your time has been disrespected. You've resisted setting boundaries with this person in the past out of fear of uncomfortable confrontation or worse, losing the friendship. You decide this is the time to let your reason and logic overrule fear of what truth-telling might actually do. To remain keeping the meat the main topic, we want to focus on the present time boundary violation and not go on and on about past incidents. When we try to have past evidence for our present situation and feelings, we are essentially adding unnecessary condiments to the sandwich, and that will create distractions leading to hostility. We simply go to step 1 and invite our friend to have a conversation about something that is important to you. The meat statement can be as clear as, "I'm uncomfortable when we set a time to hang out or leave for a trip and you are late. This makes me feel as though what we plan together may not be important to you." Now, after you make that known, to have a successful confrontation, you must be silent and let the other person respond. Remember, your goal is not to control the outcome or change the person. It is simply to let them know what this experience is like for you and to bring it to their awareness. After you practice your active listening, which is being present while they're responding, you will go directly to step 3, that last slice of bread. This is essentially thanking them for being the kind of friend that you can be honest and tell them how you feel. You really value this friendship and hope to have honest and open communication in the future.